Hello, DJ Newsmaster here, and I'm going to do a review of my Marshall Valve Estate VS15R guitar amp. It is a very old amp. It was made in the 1990s, and it still works on spring reverb, so it does make a noise when you knock on it, or when you tip it over when it's on. And it is a really good amp. I would not give it away. I just fell in love with it, and it has two gains, a treble, contour, bass, a master volume, and a reverb. Basically, there is no switches for clean or stack or anything. You have to, if you want to create any specific effects, you do have to use the gain knobs on the main board. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. In gain 1, you get the main volume of the guitar amp, as shown here. And if you turn the gain 1 volume on somewhere around 11 o'clock and gain 2 you turn off completely, you get a clean sound. And if you want to get a really heavy guitar, electric guitar kind of song, really distorted, you have to turn both of the knobs up. Basically, gain 1 gives you the main clean sound, and gain 2 gives you the crunch and the main distortion. Treble and bass, you should know. Contour is basically creating the wetness, controlling the wetness of the sound. So right now I have it set on 12 o'clock, and if I set it on maximum, as you can hear, it creates a very dry sound. But if I turn it down, creates a very wet sound. I usually keep it around 1 o'clock. That's around middle. The main volume, you know, as well, and reverb is creating this echo sound. I usually have it on maximum when I play clean, but I keep it around 11 o'clock when I play some distortion to give some room around it. The reverb is a two spring, and it is a quieting down reverb. The difference between a bad reverb and a good reverb is the bad reverb will keep almost the same volume for when you play the note for the reverb, which is bad because it creates very bad sound. It messes everything up. On this one, it creates the room that you want the sound to create, as you can hear. So it doesn't get louder or it doesn't stay, which really messes things up. And this kind of reverb is really good for playing Dick Dale. Yeah, so it is a really good amp overall. It's 15 watt, and it's a really loud 15 watt. If you hear different amps, they're quite quiet, 15 watts, but this one is a monster. I'll show you. Well, I'll give you the distorted sound, but first of all, I'll give you the crunch that basically I do by turning up the second gain volume. I'm turning the master volume so it doesn't blow your head off, and it gives you this. The crunch to a clean sound that you want. So it does give the clean sound a really good edge for playing. I'll show you now what happens when I turn both of the gain knobs up on maximum. Just turn the volume up, and you get the as you heard there, that's basically the springs that vibrate because there's too much gain going through them. So I usually just turn down the reverb to about 11 o'clock. Still creates that sound, so I do suggest getting a noise gate if you want to get a clean sound. But it does sound awesome. It is a really good amp. I do suggest looking for one. It's really worth it for practicing at home or for small band practices. It is good with many different instruments. For example, you could plug in a mic and get it all going. For example, with a harmonica, it's a really good amp to go with a harmonica. And yeah, it is worth getting or finding. I found this one on a car boot sale. I bought it for £7. So I was shocked, and that sound clearly didn't know what they're owning. Basically a little knock on one of the sides, and apart from that, the sample is brand new. It is a really good amp, and if you just turn the second gain down a bit, you get a classic clean sound. That is pretty good with metal. Yep, so here's a review of Marshall amp. Oh, I forgot. And there are basically one input, a headphones, and a line out. Yeah, you could plug in more than one guitar, thanks to splitters, or you could use a mixer. Like I use my Alto ZMX 5.2 mixer that I've got a review for as well if you want to watch it. And it is a really good mixer that can go with the amp, so you can plug just about anything into that amp and it will handle it with pride. It is just beautiful. Yeah, thanks for watching and have a good day. Peace out.